Welcome everyone to the Autumn Asylum Pre-Show. 1 week away from the two-day event, we kick off with women's tag team action. I am the Sentinel.
And I am JOSHAGEDDON. Don't know why we're enunciating.
I don't know why
so
we
weird.
did that. I'm the Sentinel, he's JOSHAGEDDON, and now that you have clearly and distinctly heard our names, loud words and phrases as these women, the Natalie World Order, make their way down to the ring to take on
Colonial Enunciation Wrestling.
Yes, that's right. And we need as much enunciation as we can get, especially because we get a lot of mealy mouth people over there. But,
I mean, I do have a BA in English, so I am a member of the Enunciation Nation.
well, blah, blah, black sheep. Have you any wool? I don't know. But it's getting colder out because it's autumn time, and it's happy that the seasons are changing, the leaves are changing color, but the pontification is at an all-time high, and the Natalie World Order is coming in looking for some level of redemption. As Nina
This is already off to a good start.
As Nina Sayers and Evey Hammond lost, well, Nina lost to Lara Croft the last time we saw her, even with Evie's help. But Padme, who beat Natalie Portman in the match that was refereed and officiated by Jimmy Corderas, was challenged to this as a one-on-two, but Yuna came in right at the right time to say, yes, I will be a tag partner. Of course, the Natalie World Order, as you know, JOSHAGEDDON, have been problematic from the start, but I have not seen Natalie around in some time, and yet the Natalie World Order still out here trying to pick up the pieces that they may not have completely had without Natalie in the equation.
Yeah, that's true. And they lost Padme, if memory serves correctly.
That's right. That's the opposition here tonight.
Yeah.
So, Padme and Yuna, and now just Nina Sayers, who has been trying to get some momentum going, had a great best of 3 against Lara Croft that she did not come out on top of. And here comes Padme, who may have the most momentum of any woman in CIW at this moment.
Yeah, that is true. She survived the Battle of Geonosis. Revenge of the Sith, not so much.
That's right. And
got splashed in the back by a weird alien tiger. Perfectly fine.
And
gets sad, dies.
Well, the best part is that after that tiger attack, she had a second shirt. So she's wearing that one tonight as she gets
and a chain.
That's right. She has got a lot to hear on the line because Padme has mentioned to me, at least before this matchup, that really looking past this match, her goal is that CIW Women's Championship that Wonder Woman has. Wonder Woman defending against the Pink Ranger next week in the Women's Championship match. And here we go, tornado tag rules, one fall to a finish, I believe.
This is going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a grand old time. And only 2 matches on this card tonight. Of course, JOSHAGEDDON, the big Soul Calibur Gauntlet, the second ever of that match caliber. In CIW, Sagat, Ulrich, and Nathan Von Schrader of the Forgotten Fighters versus Ken Masters, Simon Belmont, and Johnny Cage. That is going to be brutality at its finest.
Soul Calibur 3 is the best Soul Calibur. That's my opinion.
Well, this is the second Soul Calibur Gauntlet in a row where no Soul Calibur members have been involved. And we did that somewhat deliberately because it's kind of their gimmick. But
yeah.
You know, who knows who's going to show up in CIW in the years to come, JOSHAGEDDON. We are only getting started here, even though we are in our 10th year. And now, one big drop kicks from Yuna as out goes Nina Sayers as Padme has been putting Evey Hammond to sleep.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of synergy with the Natalie World Order. There never really has been, but even less so since Padme left the group.
Yeah, it's felt a little, well, especially since Padme, and then, what a great move there, backslide 2, and only 2 as Yuna is able to kick out.
As soon as I say that, one of them goes for the cover, and Evie's like, I'll hold her off.
Well, it seems like Evey Hammond, who we have mentioned and have seen very demonstratively before, is, wait a second, what's going on here? Double suplex here by Padme and Yuna, the makeshift team, because Yuna came to Padme's aid after the challenge was laid down. But we've seen Evey be a little unhinged, have we not?
Evey's not exactly all there.
Yeah, she's laid some very major moves down, but she really hasn't even been able to get much in the way of victories. Nina Sayers has a win under her belt. And, you know, this is going to mean a lot to them if they can get a victory tonight, especially without their supposed leader who has disappeared. I have no idea where Natalie Portman went. Maybe back to Hollywood? I don't know. Yuna just got vaulted over the top rope by Evey Hammond. And now a nice counter by Padme. Oh, God, what a punch.
Oh, and that was a nice cut.
Meat wallet. Take a
no.
Sometimes it is about sending a message, as Evey Hammond has tried to do. Elbow drop to the outside. Nobody there.
I bet that hurt.
As Yuna is back into the ring, but Evey Hammond, we've seen Evey Hammond take an absurd amount of punishment and get right back up. Double DDT to Yuna. Seems like they're isolating the former women's champion here.
Yuna just got spiked.
Yeah, she did. Absolutely. Oh, nice knee to the back there from Evey Hammond, who's got a surprising amount of power for her build.
Who do you have winning this match, Sean?
Well, it's hard to say Padme and Yuna. I mean, Yuna's, if I just said Yuna's a former women's champion, that credential alone puts wait a minute. We've got mirroring meat wallet mutilation here as we speak. Oh, man. And poor referee John Goodman trying to give Evey and Yuna the business, as this got irrationally personable real quick.
Hashtag free the meat wallets.
Hashtag irrationably. And now we go in there. You've got some great stuff to work with, chat. Punch to the face. Shout out to you, Phil. And now here we go.
That went from 0 to 100 real quick.
It sure did. And you know what? But I'll tell you what, though. When it comes to the Natalie World Order, they need to win this matchup. They are in a dire straits. Dire straits.
And honestly, other than Natalie Portman, they don't exactly have that many wins to their names outside of when Natalie was champion.
Yeah, and Padme not looking too good, though. She's been getting a haul. Again, it is funny, that big swing from, oh, there it is. Oh, I thought that was going to be it, but instead, the London Crab, of course, from London is Evey Hammond. And I was mentioning that they're in dire straits, and Evey Hammond does have a swing. She is not a sultan of it, to my knowledge. That's so stupid. Anyway, and but these women, you got to admit though, Josh, again, they're giving it all they've got in this tornado tag setting, and it is a lot for John Goodman to handle here in this matchup.
Yeah, there's a lot happening right now, but
there is. Nina's not either.
My vote is still with Yuna and Padme because they do have the momentum on their side.
Yeah, and well, and on top of that, Padme stood up to Natalie Portman, which is the whole reason she lost the belt to Yuna to begin with. If you recall, Padme said, "No, I'm not doing that." Wait a minute, Amidala slam, big Amidala slam.
Pin her.
Padme goes for the cover here. She could have Nina beat. And it took a minute. She's still going after the leg, trying to stop that swan splash that we've seen. She is not a sultan of the swan splash, as far as I'm told. More meat wallet mutilation. Set that meat wallet to Wumbo. And now we've got meanwhile a bow and arrow from Yuna. And now a cover onto Nina. 1, 2, 3, and it is elimination. I've forgotten my own gimmicks. And 1 on 2 in this elimination tag match. I forget to write these things down sometimes. And, you know, because Abizzle's booking these on the fly half the time. I'm barely even hitting cards now. Double suplex.
It is still a little chaotic behind the scenes.
Hold on. This is sponsored. Hold on 1 second. Monster Rehab, please give us money.
I have a bottle of water. Hashtag save Joshua's kidneys.
That's right. Well, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't mean to open this right in front of you when you're trying to quit. Bow and arrow. Yeah. AB said open it. He told me to open it, so I had to open it. Bow and arrow is just going to make Evey tap out.
I was in rehab.
What? Yeah, seriously. What do you think the chances are? Please, Monster, we're begging you. We're giving you layups in your advertising. And God, what a punch to the face.
God. Just jacked the jaw of Evey Hammond.
What a punch. I have never seen Padme hit that hard. Wait, Bahamut from Yuna. That's got to be it. The cover here. 1, 2, 3. And my God, and that is money for nothing and the chicks for free. as the Natalie World Order remains in dire straits. And the straits are even more dire than they were before. But Padme has got momentum. Yuna giving her a good hand on this win. And we've still got some pretty intense action here in this women's division as we head towards Autumn Asylum next week. But a great win from these two. Your thoughts, Joshua?
A clean sweep will absolutely give you a ton of momentum.
Yeah, and how will the Natalie World Order respond? Is there a Natalie World Order left to respond? We don't know, but what we've got is a main event, and it is a heifer. Call out the cows, because this is a Holstein heifer. It is a major match, the major match, the Soul Calibur Gauntlet, and anytime we've got a gimmick match that is somewhat of my creation or has been researched from somewhere, we got rules.
Rules!
Here's how it goes. One member of each team is allowed in the ring or at ringside. Falls only count by pinfall or knockout. Combatants can't leave the ring. If you leave the ring or send the opponent outside the ring, that will result in an automatic disqualification. A 30-second rest period will take place between the eliminations, no submissions, no rope breaks, and victory is achieved once one team is completely eliminated. It's a series of one-on-one matches, but a little bit different than you'd expect. You're fighting until you can't get up, one way or the other, JOSHAGEDDON. You've got some guys in this match who have experience in this. Who you got amongst these crew, the Forgotten Fighters, and this ragtag combatant clan?
Dude, I don't know, but the Forgotten Fighters, like especially with Sagat, they have some momentum, and they are diabolical.
Oh, we're starting with Ken Masters here, the pre-show
stopper himself, ladies and gentlemen.
Ken Masters, who I asked him about that, by the way, before this matchup, and I've never seen Ken's facial expression change that fast. He did not want to talk to me after that. He turned away and walked. I've never seen him do that. It was really strange, but he's coming up first. And, of course, Ken and Johnny are here to help Simon Belmont, who is still getting screwed over by Sagat over and over and over again. We saw it back at Massacre. We've seen it all over the summer when Ulrich joined the Forgotten Fighters. What is to come of this matchup? And with Ken starting first, is this smart for Simon Belmont's team?
I don't know, but I will say I actually talked to Johnny Cage earlier, and he said, please stop calling him that. He really doesn't like it. He'll block you on
here comes Ulrich. Speaking of...
Oh, God. Speaking of...
your favorite man himself, the ultimate beast, Brandon Ulrich.
This guy, I will say, he took the phrase leave and come back with a new hold to a whole nother level.
Yeah, well,
he came back not only with a new hold, but with less tattoos and a different hairdo.
Well, he's been a tour de force since he's gotten here. And he spent a lot of money on that laser tattoo removal. I mean, it was expensive and it hurt. And he told me about that. But he said those are the kind of pains and scars you need when you're trying to redefine yourself. As he has tried to do here, whether under the guidance of the Forgotten Fighters is the right way to go. Of course, the former abracadabra of the gut check days doesn't like me bringing that up either. This is going to be a whole night of me bringing up stuff people don't want me bringing up. Here we go. And pray for the soul of John Goodman on this night. And now here we go. And Ulrich, who had his first two matches were big wins. Oh, God, what a clothesline. Wait, what is Ulrich doing here? And, just a headbutt. A headbutt off the top.
That was effective somehow.
Oh, and went into the corner, and Ken countered it this time. And, wow, not even letting us talk about Ulrich's wins against Ken and Johnny already to get his name started here.
Damn, he's not wasting any time.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, God, and a razor's edge. Major... He walked around the ring with Ken.
Yeah.
And, God, Josh, again, who he got in this edition of this matchup is Ulrich starting off way hot.
I mean, Ulrich has beaten him before, so, I mean, it's very likely going to happen again.
Yeah, well, he's going nuclear as it seems to be. And almost like magic, he has completely taken over Ken Masters. Remember, no submissions, folks, so you're not going to see prolonged submission holds.
But it can still do damage.
God, what a boot!
Also, so can that.
As Ulrich just stayed right on Ken Masters. Every time he's tried to get up, Ulrich has been right there.
Man, he's been all over Ken since this match started.
Yeah, he has taken this second chance in CIW pretty seriously, even though we thought he had turned a new leaf and then he just started kicking people in the balls. So
maybe he turned a new leaf, immediate low blow.
Well, but you could still be a dick and yet have a better drive and better intensity than you did before. Like, I'm not trying to give him credit. He's a dick. Don't get me wrong. He hasn't changed personally.
He's dropped being a whiny little bitch. I'll give him that.
Well, I think that the one plus to him is and kick to the balls. Owen was went for that Beast Slayer, but I think Ken might have dodged it right there.
Man. That honestly, that dodge is the one thing Ken has done in this match.
Yeah, it has been all Ulrich, man. And it's, and he's impressive physically. You can't deny he's an impressive specimen physically. That's one of even when he was in TAW, that was the one thing he had going for him.
I mean, he's a former XAW hardcore champion. I mean, he can get it done. He just gets in his own way a lot.
Yeah, now another clothesline, and what's he going to do here? And now, oh, God, spear!
Shit!
Just broke Ken in half.
The pre-show stopper just got pre-show stopped.
My God, and man, with Ulrich looking this dominant this early, what does this mean for Johnny and Belmont, who are watching Ken get just decimated here?
Yeah, he's getting his ass beat.
Yeah, it's not even fair. Ken put up more of a fight when Ulrich debuted. And now punches to the skull.
But now he's got more. Now he's more used to CIW.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think that with the difficult thing was that when Jack 6 was around, sucking at. Well, no, he wasn't around. He was just giving us money. He wasn't actually around. He didn't give a fuck until he just decided to take contracts away. Let's not talk about that. But in that era, it didn't suit him because it was still very silly and gimmicky. But under Michael Corleone, as he's just made Ken bleed from punching him repeatedly, this is getting kind of painful to watch.
Yeah.
But Corleone or Abizzle's run much more suits Ulrich's strengths. But I think bleeding might have woken Ken up there.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind. Beast
you were saying, John?
The Beast Slayer. This move has decimated everyone it's made contact with, and no surprise, they're knocked out. Is Ken.
Didn't even have to pin him.
Didn't have to pin him. The KO did the trick. And now, who is coming up next? Johnny Cage, who has already felt the wrath of Ulrich, or Simon Belmont. And if Ulrich is out first, can he sweep this team?
I hope not, because I hate him.
Yeah,
but it's possible.
It looked like he didn't even break a sweat against Ken. That's Ken fucking Masters we're talking about here. The pre-show stopper.
Sean, he just got knocked unconscious, okay?
Well, listen, man, if he's got to, go to physical therapy, rehab himself, don't forget to take a Monster Rehab with you, the mixture of tea and lemonade. Available wherever you want to give us money. Here comes Johnny Cage.
Why would you do that? Why would...
Here comes Johnny Cage. And don't forget to link in the description for the best music you've ever heard on the face of this earth. And here comes Johnny Cage, now that our shameless plugs are aside. And AB just added $1,000 into my Venmo account. This is what I'm talking about. See? I won't lie, I really am upset about the way that Abizzle did things to Corleone, but there are parts of this that are paying off. Can Johnny Cage beat Brandon Ulrich?
I don't know. I'd be pretty nervous. If I just saw this dude walk in and just decimate one of my tag team partners with barely any reprisal, I'd be a little nervous.
Well, and Johnny, he's felt the wrath of he's felt the wrath of the road, and he's in front of a warrior right now, and a boot to the face.
Bad start.
And a
bad
start. And Johnny, what do you now? If you're Johnny Cage, you've already wrestled this guy once. You've just seen him beat Ken Masters. How do you change your strategy from the last time you faced him?
Dude, you got to be aggressive. You have got to be more aggressive.
Yeah, and you can see that Johnny just started trying right out of the gate. Just a couple of axe handles and an arm drag. As Brandon Ulrich is starting to look, he's already wrestled, what, 5 minutes? How long did that take? 5 minutes most? And now went for a back suplex countered by Johnny. Johnny with a big back suplex of his own.
And it's very possible that Brandon might have just blew his wad early against Ken Masters.
Oh, what a shoulder tackle. Coming right into a shoulder tackle, now wrenching the head of Johnny Cage. And look at the angle of that. Look at the angle of Johnny's head.
Ooh, ow, ugh.
Not be healthy.
That made my neck hurt.
Yeah, seriously. And I'm a renowned huncher, because I do a lot of thinking. And so that just made me really straighten my back up a little bit. And Johnny Cage, who is back up a little bit and trying to counter Ulrich, and
Dear God.
These boots have some stank in them, JOSHAGEDDON.
Agreed.
And and a big clothesline here.
But hey, Johnny Cage is fighting back.
He is. Well, he's fighting more than Ken even had the chance to. Wait a second. Oh, God. And now just punches to the back, those big forearms of Brandon Ulrich.
Right to the kidneys.
Yeah, and just ricocheting off the corner onto the ground, and without taking 42 flips to do it. And now, hey, let's go.
Okay, all right, Brandon.
And this is what we're talking about. JOSHAGEDDON, you got to tell these people how to make sure John Goodman leaves tonight with some semblance of his health or the knowledge that he will be healed. Power slam off the turnbuckle.
You got to like. You got to comment. You got to share. You got to comment again.
Comment again.
The hashtag save a referee today.
Save a referee today. Punches to the skull again. And now look at Ulrich. Look now using the ropes as John Goodman's giving him the business, and he still could be disqualified for that. And but a little
he doesn't even need to do that. He's just being a dick.
Of course. Well, think about who he's an underling of now. Think about who he's joined in Sagat and Nathan Von Schrader, who's been, and Nathan Von Schrader, he's got a history of chicanery. Most of his CIW career has been either drunk, satanic, or douchebaggery. And now Johnny trying to lay in some punches of his own here and gets one.
Gets one punch.
One punch.
That's one more than Ken Masters got.
And now a half Boston Crab and just enough to scorpion Johnny Cage's back. Punches to the head. Anyway, thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate that. And don't forget, there's a lot of talent coming into CIW in the coming weeks and months, so stay tuned, folks. And
more fun.
Yes, more people than you can shake your proverbial stick at, but if you're going to shake that stick, shake it at the share button and the bell button, and ding-a-ling that bell to all, so every time that you know that we post, you'll know, and a bear hug. Oh, big God, look at him manhandling Johnny Cage. When have you seen someone manhandle Johnny Cage like that, whose name is not Sagat?
Now it's starting to look a little bit eerily similar to the match with Ken Masters. It took a minute.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that Mr. Ulrich got instructions here. And because now we're saying, wait a second, what is this? And a snake eyes, and Johnny's bleeding. Oh no. Right into a Beast Slayer. Right into a Beast Slayer. And that's it. And Johnny's out.
No.
And now you want to talk about needing to climb a mountain.
Dude.
Simon Belmont, who has been messed with by Sagat ever since he himself left the Forgotten Fighters back in December. He has had to deal with losses. He's had to deal with chicanery with Ulrich after he beat Nathan Von Schrader. And now has to fight all three of these men alone. And after 2 consecutive pins by Ulrich, what can Simon Belmont do here against these three? Is this a futile effort from this man who has captured the CIW hearts by, winning?
Or at least the thighs.
But yes, the Thunder Thighs Express himself, Simon Belmont, the master of the Castlevania Crumbler. And as you recall, JOSHAGEDDON, an expert in this matchup himself, who got 2 eliminations last year against the combatants.
Honestly, the worst thing is if he repeats that, gets 2 eliminations, he will then be on somewhat of an even playing field in this match. He is behind the 8 ball in the worst of ways.
Well, and you have to imagine that Simon Belmont's goal, get to Sagat. No other needs, no other buts about it. He's trying to get to Sagat. And if he gets to Sagat tonight and is able to pin the so far unbeaten Brandon Ulrich, or knock him out, which would be more impressive. If he's able to beat Nathan von Schrader then after that, then he gets Sagat in maybe the fairest of circumstances he has gotten him up to this point. But what shape will Simon be in when he gets there?
If he gets there.
If he gets there.
He drop dead tired.
Yeah, he's going to need what Garu from One Punch Man needs, which is, you know, the essence of the ball that turns you into a monster. Monster Rehab, tea and lemonade. Please give us money.
Give it.
Okay, I promise I'm done. I promise I'm done. There's another 500 right into the bank account. It's so simple. Abizzle, I gotta say, Abizzle, he's turning me around. He's turning me around. But speaking of being turned around, we do not want to see Simon Belmont flipped. No one is kicked out of that Beast Slayer yet. Here we go. Collar and elbow tie-up. And a kick to the balls. And the excitement of the collar and elbow tie-up was ruined immediately. By the message.
Wow.
Oh, and a big boot.
Yeah, I'm concerned about Simon.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't blame you, man. I really don't. As Ulrich has been trying to just lay in punches here, and a big power slam from Belmont.
Oh, there we go.
Belmont,
and
you know, he's got definitely more of a power frame than either Ken or Johnny has had.
Watch out, referee. Watch out, ref.
Johnny G. Oh, Goodman got kicked in the gut.
Stop. Get out of the action, Johnny.
That man was liposucked, for Christ's sakes. And now a double leg takedown and an elbow drop. And come on.
Got a little too close to the action right there. Got a couple strays.
Oh, and did you see that big boot was countered by Belmont? He has been watching in the back, no doubt. And
I mean, he eviscerated Ken Masters.
And the big Samoan drop there from Simon Belmont.
Struggled a little bit with Johnny Cage, and now this could be a good window for Simon Belmont.
Oh, choke toss!
Just bealed him.
Yeah,
across the ring.
Well, Belmont, he is a different animal, man. Ever since leaving the Forgotten Fighters, it's almost as if the Forgotten Fighters gave him a confidence that he did not have previously. And now look at Ulrich, kind of trying to keep his distance now.
He was like, did I just get yeeted?
Yeah, he was not prepared for that, and the experience factor of Simon Belmont coming into play.
Oh, and going for the eyes.
A big back body drop.
Oh, that was nasty landing, too.
Yeah, no. Oh, God, wrench to the head. Again, there are no rope breaks, ladies and gentlemen. But look, oh, God, the angle. The angle he throws that head to the side is just grotesque.
I had an appointment for a chiropractor later today. I might just preemptively cancel that.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run into a concrete wall with my back, and it'll just straighten everything up instead. Oh God! Yeah. Punches to the head. Punches to the head. And folks, this is all the pre-show leading up to Autumn Asylum next Saturday and Sunday, the 28th and 29th. Huge matches all over the card. I'll pepper a few in. Of course, if you want to see the full details, check out the storyline video back posted on September the 5th. We've had a couple of good Saturday night hype matches leading up to this moment, with the Sons of Lavos beating Ganondorf and the Riddler, as well as Reptile beating Ermac, which was a surprise win, but a good one nonetheless. And these two guys still be coming after it, and Simon Belmont so far holding his own and countering a lot of what what Ulrich was using on his two compatriots. Slowly making his way back into this as Simon Belmont has got a tall order. Wait a second, Castlevania Crumbler. Could this be it for Brandon Ulrich? As that is a huge move. Boom! And not enough for the KO, but might be enough for the pin if Simon went for it. And
cover him, Simon.
Instead, punch to the dick. You got to.
I mean, fair.
This is a former Forgotten Fighter, after all. think about what his strategy came from. So, wait a second. Elbow drop.
And it connected.
Yeah, Belmont not really known for his high-risk moves, but a great one there. Half Boston Crab, and Ulrich now is looking like the returning rookie that he seems to be or looked like when he left in the face of Simon Belmont. Oh, punched in the face.
Oh, sharp jab right there.
There was, and that's maybe. Oh, wait a second. What is he up to? Fall-away slam from the second row.
Oh, God.
And now, a cover there. Cover from Ulrich. 1, 2, and only 2. And JOSHAGEDDON, that might be the first cover I've ever seen Ulrich make that wasn't his finish.
Yeah. I don't know how Simon's still in this.
Oh, let me tell you something, though. Simon is... Oh, gutbuster. Simon Belmont is in Ulrich's head, though. Complaining with the referee, going for a cover on something that wasn't the Beast Slayer. This is atypical behavior than we've seen from Ulrich up to this point.
Man, this whole match has been crazy, but, like, Brandon Ulrich has just been, like, the ultimate weapon thus far.
Yeah, he's been in. What a move by the Forgotten Fighters to send him out first.
Yeah.
Send out the hungriest guy who's still trying to make the name for himself. Wait a second, not a second. Castlevania Crumbler right here against the ropes, and that could be enough for a knockout. Oh, God. And still not enough. But going for the cover here, not be enough for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Ulrich is gone.
Wow, there we go.
And wow, I did not expect Ulrich to be taken on surprise quite like that. But Ulrich unable to hit the Beast Slayer. Simon Belmont getting him basically right off the jump, JOSHAGEDDON.
Yeah, but he's still behind the 8 ball, though. He's got 2 fresh fighters to go.
Oh, absolutely. But, all things considered, if you're Simon Belmont, that had to have been about as ideal as you could have had that match go.
Yeah.
Knowing what your aim goal is. And now here's number 5. I'm assuming this is going to be Von Schrader, as the music would indicate. As I'd been really shocked if Von Schrader went last. No, here he is. Von Schrader, the grandson of Graf from the Medal of Honor European Assault game. Look it up, folks. It's real.
He also, just saying, looks a little faded, I guess we can say.
Yeah, well, he's definitely had the 20 dust boots before this. Sagat has actually encouraged his drinking.
Of course.
Saying that it helps him concentrate. And to be fair, there was a time when he did go wire to wire in a 20-man battle royal while on 20 dust boots to prepare for it, and won. So, like, there is some evidence to give him some credentials to that effect, but not against an angry Belmont, who already has a victory over him in the Summer Series, as we saw at the Brawlbarbecue.
Mm-hmm. I'm just happy we got a collar and elbow tie-up that didn't end in a low blow somehow.
Well, we haven't resolved the line yet, and now here, Power Slam, now you can say that.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right.
You didn't know until somebody got him.
Happy squeeze from here on.
Yeah, absolutely. And John Goodman, who has been remaining relatively on pace, and now a sleeper hold from Nathan Von Schrader.
I've been watching him. But again, no submissions, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. No submissions, no rope breaks. It's pinfalls or knockouts. Oh, and a shoulder tackle in the corner. And again, this is a fired-up Simon Belmont here tonight. And oh, God.
I think he's pissed that his partners have already been eliminated.
Yeah, I just heard some choice words coming out of Simon Belmont as he was laying the boots.
Yeah.
And speaking of, by the way, mic'd up, as a big backbreaker from Simon Belmont, our main event of day 1 of Autumn Asylum, Sephiroth looks to regain the ABP, formerly Exceeds, title from Abizzle. And roll up from Von Schrader. 1, 2, and only 2. Almost ended the matchup right there.
And that was a close one.
And, now you can see there's a sense of urgency. I think Sagat may have given Von Schrader quite a tongue lashing. Oh, God. And a shot to the head, the snake eyes from Belmont.
Yeah, that same move busted open Johnny Cage earlier.
Yeah, but I'm sure Sagat has said, high angle back suplex. Said a few choice words to Von Schrader as he went out there, saying, end it quickly, I don't want to go out and fight him.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or something to that effect.
Yeah, probably a few more F-bombs.
Yeah, and speaking of profanity and being able to hear what's going on in the ring, we are going to, Abizzle is going to have the first ever wrestler audio cam. He's going to be wrestling, and we're going to be able to hear him audibly. Oh, punch to the dick. But we're going to be able to hear him while he wrestles his match against Sephiroth. So it is a brand new feature we are bringing to CIW. I don't know how it's going to happen. We're going to test the waters, see how it goes, but you are going to hear some of it, probably from my microphone because he's in close proximity. But that is good. So stay tuned for that. That is going to be an interesting phenomenon to take place. And now, wait a second. Big power slam, fall away slam of power, of the power of Simon Belmont on full display there, Maggle. Oh, now
man, he sure did have that power and that fall away for the power and that fall away.
That's
slam.
right. Thanks, JBL. I'm glad I invented that. And
yes, you sure did.
And did you notice there with the, oh god, another high angle back suplex, that the head wrench that Simon Belmont used, it seems like Sagat teaches these guys like the same moves.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, head wrench, punch to the dick. And Belmont is still using all of those techniques.
Be an asshole. Yeah. Be an unrepentant asshole.
Yeah, oh, God, did you? Oh, he heard. There were some choice words.
Wow.
Hey, come on. That's foul. That's foul.
That's profanity. I would say our sponsors would not be happy about that, but it's Monster Rehab. They don't give a fuck.
No, they really don't. They sponsor the X Games. Do you think they care? And, and now, look, that sweeping tackle there from Nathan von Schrader, who got a text message from Gunther saying, I hope you lose, so he's really demotivated of late. But, and I don't know why Gunther made that thing. We suspect that somebody in WWE is watching CIW. Nice drop toe hold.
Ooh, that was clean.
So we have our own level of Dave Meltzerism happening here in CIW, but we don't know the source yet. And we're thinking it might be Von Schrader. He might be trying to give those informations to Gunther, and then Gunther just demotivates him. Wait a second. What is Von Schrader doing? Oh, God. Oh, a knee and a neck breaker combination into a cover one. Could be over here, too. No.
Oh, that was close. That was
super close. And that was something I don't think I've ever seen Von Schrader do before.
That was sick.
And was not appreciated for Simon Belmont, who now backs him up. Castlevania Crumbler, and that is enough to knock out Nathan Von Schrader. Belmont's getting Sagat. It is the last of our gauntlet. We must have a winner here tonight between these two. Who's gonna win, and how much of a dick is Sagat gonna be? I already know the answer to that.
Very much so.
Yeah, this is gonna be a hell of a fight, though. This is the fairest it's been. And boy, we saw the false count anywhere, Josh, again. That spilled out into the bar arena by Gorilla, then came back out, and Von Schrader cost him, and this man won that match.
But you gotta say, Sagat does have a huge advantage. Man, our friend, the Castlevania Crumbler himself, has got to be exhausted.
Well, he's had to lift, let alone, he didn't really get hit a whole lot, but just lifting those heavy-ass motherfuckers for the amount of time that he had to and the amount of times he did do it, that's enough to gas anybody. And I know that Belmont is in great cardio shape, but I also know that he way focuses on leg day. Who is going to come out of this matchup as Sagat, who won this matchup against Johnny Cage last year? Sagat, the only victor to be had here in the Soul Calibur Gauntlet here in CIW, and he is ready to get it on. The master of the big squee, the Sagat Spike. Who you got, Josh?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't want Sagat to win, but I won't be surprised if he does, because, again, he's fresh, and Simon's got to be a little tired.
Well, but how many times, at the same point, which you're completely right, how many times has Sagat had a match clearly won and just decided, nah, I'm going to just dick around with him for some more time? Oh, my God!
Wow. Holy fuck.
The cover, not even a one count.
Wow. Oh, Simon is pissed. Simon wants this really bad.
Well, and Sagat does not want to be here. You can tell by the urgency of Nathan Von Schrader coming and going, he did not want to have to wrestle tonight. And oh, come on!
Whoa,
Shoulder tackle to Goodman, of course. Of course.
You are such a dick.
The referee is now down. John Goodman, no counts or KOs while he's down. And
I mean, at least with the other two goons, they didn't hit the referee on purpose.
yeah, but at least Belmont is trying to put up a fight here. Oh, God. What's going to happen here? Not until... oh, my Lanta. A big razor's edge right into the corner. I don't think he hit him on the turnbuckle. Another cover here. 1, 2 to win, though. No, and only 2. And that was a kick out. That was an actual kick out there from Belmont.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Who do you have?
Well, right now I'm going with the guy who's just powerhousing Simon Belmont at this moment. You know, and now another cover here. 1 to win the Calibur Gauntlet, and oh, there we go. Okay, that's what I was waiting for.
Can you not for 5 seconds, please?
He's literally like Donkey in Shrek 2. He's on the carriage ride far, far away. The cover, and didn't even wait for the 1 count. Just made John Goodman get on his knees. That was just to get John Goodman out of position. And
I get so frustrated. Right.
God. Those clotheslines, the cover here, and a kick out, not even a 1 count.
I get so frustrated watching this man be this man.
This is one of the most annoying human beings in CIW, without a doubt.
She's such a cop.
And he's like that in the back, too. He really, you know, you want to talk about JBL comparisons.
Yeah.
This guy.
This freaking human.
This guy is, and oh, and a headbutt. He is the wrestler's court prosecutor all the time. That's this guy right here. And the judge is Satan, so it goes to show what due process is in CIW. What a book that now in the cover, and not even 1 count again.
I can't tell if he wants this to already be over or if he just wants to annoy the audience or both.
I would say probably a mixture. Oh, what a splash. A big
But those are like completely opposite goals, though.
I know. And well, that's the guy. He's a complicated man. He's like the Kanye of CIW. And wait a second.
That
holy Christ!
Wow.
His spine is busted. 1, 2, and I of course, that would have ended it. And my God, that spine buster.
That was a spine buster, a kidney buster.
My spine rattled seeing that. And that was a power slam from Belmont.
How is Belmont fighting back after that?
Because he's so tired of this bullshit. But it's taken a toll on him. He might be running on fumes, but he's got heart, man. And then that is
going to hit that power slam. He staggered.
Another cover, and not even a 1 count again.
Wow.
Belmont is kicking out and still flexing, still taking the time. In this matchup, oh God, watch yourself, Goodman. He's just flailing. He's flailing. He's flailing. My God.
That right now. Get away from the referee. Stop being a dick.
John, run. Sagat has become unhinged here.
Like, every time John Goodman referees a match and he sees Sagat is the person he's repping, he's like, do I get hazard pay for this?
Yeah, no, that's why we need your likes, folks. Especially when Sagat's around.
Favorite rep today.
And I think Sagat might have exhausted himself just flailing. And that back suplex into a backbreaker that Belmont just did on Sagat might be enough to get a little bit of an advantage there, as Sagat was just seeing red out of his 1 eye.
But every time Simon does something, he staggers a little bit because he's taken a lot of damage, not just from this guy, but the previous 2.
Yeah, no flex seal to be seen. Power slam again. But look at the shape of Simon Belmont, man. His gut is not good. He's got that girdle on, which I've never asked him about. I figured he was insecure about it. But
please
make.
My God! Oh my God!
Sagat thrown into the corner and exploded out with a clothesline. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, come on! That would have ended it. You know it would have ended it. And now the big upper leg backbreaker.
Just win the match.
He refuses. He can't help himself. You know,
stop stomping the mat.
I don't want to say anything, but like, this is why people forget you. It's like, because you do this, and you play shenanigan games, and you win shenanigan prizes. Boot to the face.
Damn.
But, you know, I'm not trying to defend Sagat, but he's probably, you know, remember that Belmont's the one who is now busted open, is getting just Boot City, bitch.
Oh, here we go.
Taking him to Boot City. Oh, God, trademark. Boot City. And that's got to be, what, that's 8 in a row? 9 now?
I've lost count.
I wish I had counted, but now, dear God. What is that,
Jeez.
10, 11, God, stop this.
You get it!
John, you know, at some point, a small kick to the back knocks Sagat down.
He tripped him up right there.
Hey, well, they do anything you can to stop that. And now, trying to get Sagat in a wave of momentum, and Sagat tripped. Probably after, and boot. Okay, stop.
Hell.
Sir, he is booting him and then exhausting himself.
Like, Sagat, just win the match. Like, he is his own worst enemy.
Well, because he knows that nobody strength-wise can really compete with him. But he's way too into himself.
Sad that he's tired. You made yourself tired, dipshit.
Yeah, and now punch to a face, and now, God, Belmont's face bloody, battered, beaten. But Sagat wants to be rid of Ken Masters. Remember, Ken betrayed Sagat after Sagat lost to Ken, as Simon, as I meant to say, and I'm pretty sure I said Ken throughout that whole thing. Simon is the one who betrayed Sagat after that matchup. So it's not
fine,
like
Sean. We're all frustrated. We're allowed to slip up a teeny bit dealing with this guy.
I know, but it's not like Sagat doesn't have a gripe against Simon either. Because Simon just decided, I'm my own man now, go fuck yourself. And, of course, that opened up the door to Sagat being an absolute asshat to him. So it really, you know, both of these guys want to be rid of each other. So I think this is healthy between these two. Let's have a real winner here. And there we go. Boot to the face. Belmont starting to build a little momentum.
Remember how much of a dick, speaking of dicks, remember how much of a dick Sagat was to Ken Masters for a year. That poor man.
And Ken has just elevated himself so much since then. But, you know, and as his brief 4-minute appearance over 40 minutes ago would like to tell you.
A grand total of nothing. Got knocked unconscious and left.
To be fair, that was incredibly impressive from Brandon Ulrich. You can't deny that. That was incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
But Simon Belmont, can Simon Belmont sweep the Forgotten Fighters here tonight? As he is fighting bloodied, battered, and beaten, but he is fighting back, JOSHAGEDDON. Power slam. Big power slam, but he's hurt, man.
I don't know how he's still doing this.
Yeah, he's still somehow in this. And a big back suplex again. I don't know how he's still lifting him up. I mean, I see the thighs. But
he may have eaten 20 big boots.
Yeah. Not counting the 7 or 8 that he got from Ulrich. Ulrich gave at least 1 or 2.
And Sagat gave him 50.
Yeah, and then Sagat just unloaded. I don't know how Sagat's foot isn't broken. He doesn't wear shoes.
Biggest way possible.
Yeah, and he did that without shoes, no less. That man must have the stiffest foot. Either that or he's got like the Logan Paul deal going on and he's just got some steel from a surgery from many years ago.
Yes, steel stuck in his feet.
Our medical team has neither confirmed nor denied this. So, I don't know. All of our medical team goes to the referees. We don't actually do anything for the wrestlers, so we don't know. Power slam! That's Sagat's power slam!
That's a Sagat move right there.
That was a big power slam. You want to talk about learning from Sagat? And Ken's blood. I keep doing that. Simon Belmont's blood littering the mat. Castlevania Crumbler! He's got him! Get him!
Get him!
He knocked him out! It was a KO! He got him!
Wow!
Simon Belmont overcomes the odds, including me misnaming him 1,000 times. which is
That gave him more motivation.
But you know what, Sid? That is impressive. Simon finally climbs the ladder, sweeps the Forgotten Fighters here on the Autumn Asylum Pre-Show. Your thoughts, Josh, again?
I don't know how he did it, but damn it, he did. The Thunder Thigh Express is a-rolling, ladies and gentlemen.
And finally, a little piece of refreshing air for Simon Belmont. We will see you next week for Autumn Asylum. Take care, everybody.